Hey, I don't think I'm going to start the infantry team. I think I'm just going to start spears.
Um, without I'm trying to think. You have I'm trying to think about what you have. Hey, girls. Um, trying to think.
I'm doing my polls right now to see if I get anything.
Okay.
Well, well, the thing is there's no Moogly in this season 3 pack, so I don't think it's really going to change much.
He's in the base pack.
Yeah, but I'm getting ready to burn all my gold on this one pack, whatever it's called.
Oh, the one for the 20 poles.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have more later on today, but I mean, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
Jeez, no gold yet after 10 pulls. Come on now.
Yeah, trust me, I was the same way.
I got Hanzo again. Awesome.
For amplified?
I've already got it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Well, I've got 7 more pulls, but
Well,
I
if it
won't
makes
be
you
able to
feel
pull
any
them.
better, I didn't draw anyone after.
Really?
I had 30k gold and 60 draws. I didn't draw a single person besides the guy for Revolt.
Jeez.
No seven. Not a single seven after all those polls. Not a single one.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely nuts. Not a single
Right.
seven. That must
Right,
be a world record.
I
achieved.
gotta figure out who I'm gonna pull or who I'm gonna use. I mean, is it not smart to just start spears? I mean, is it just because they're not? You don't. It's
Well,
because
not
you
a
won't
lot
be
of
able
people
to.
use them.
Yeah.
That's just the only person I would see doing it would be Sunwoo and Baki. That's the only people I can think of to use.
I mean, I'll just run this. I'll just run the infantry team and just see what it does.
So what you need to do is, at the start for Olaf, I would do I'm trying to think about what you need to do at the start for Olaf.
Yeah, remember, I don't have all the abilities to make this team work. That's why I was hesitant.
1 second.
I don't have Violent Duel.
I know.
I mean, I can't just run. I guess Genghis or whoever in Subutai and just pray that I pull Moogly. I mean, I don't. I mean, I guess V is not the end of the world. If I have to run V with Noble Knights or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any tier 3. I do have Tachibana.
You could go. Without Moogly, it's tough for me to really tell you to do that.
Well, no, I mean Tachibana is also spears as well. But I wouldn't use her very much afterwards. I mean, I don't know.
I wonder if that's my 5-star Bertrand. If it makes you feel any better, I drew Bertrand and Edward. So that's what I got. Oh, I need to upgrade this. What am I doing? I'm being lazy.
All right.
What do you?
I'm just.
What do you? I mean, you could.
I mean, I don't.
You do have Khan, and you do have Subutai. For
And Subutai's got.
Or you could do Charlemagne and Richard. If you want to do 2 sevens.
Charlemagne, Richard.
You could run Scipio and Richard.
Now, Scipio and Richard's really strong.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, and then whenever you hit 15, throw in... Who from 15 could you throw in? Because you'd be running them as cavalry. If you have Al Camille, you could use Al Camille whenever you hit 15 Town Hall. That wouldn't be bad.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a Eastern support. I mean, I'd say do the Lagartha. Just go ahead and do it.
All right.
It's not bad. Just go ahead and do the Lagartha. What you want to do is immediately go for Bjorn Olaf.
Bjorn.
So what you want?
So you would not use Ivar?
It's really up to you. What do you want to use? I mean,
what do you think is probably best, given that I don't have Violent Duel?
I would do Ivar. So, I'm going to step in here real quick. Because this team, it was really hard to break this team down to Raginz in the way that it needed to be built. And even though I am the one who recommended it to him, there's a lot of things I could have done differently to help him improve this team. Now, first things first, he had weapon compensation going into this. In reality, on either Ivar or Bjorn, whichever one he used, that really should have been the necessary skill to make this team a little bit better. It's so tough because it relies on actives, and Olaf doesn't have a strong passive without level 20, because he needs both of his abilities really going off to make a whole huge impact. Kind of what I recommended to him was going with Rama's Might. Reason being for that is because it's got a high activation rate and it's more auto attack damage at the start, rather than relying on a single ability to carry it. Combo attacking was going to help you a little bit more, and then whenever you reach level 20, which you're probably going to be able to do before the first 48 hours is up, then you swap it to dual active abilities that do damage. Swift Sword Squad Quasher, Swift Sword Lose, whatever it is. That's whenever you change it. But before 20, I would recommend using Rama's Might to make sure his active was going off. Now, whenever you have Lagartha, really what makes this team so good is a very unlikely skill, and that's Roman Legion. Roman Legion really helps this team make up for the damage that it doesn't do at the start, versus its counterpart, kind of like Subutai. It's guaranteed assault damage or attack damage. Roman Legion is basically 2 attacks at a higher percentage rate than what your normal attack is. So it allows you to catch up as the infantry. It's extremely hard to recommend using this team without Roman Legion, really. Even with Yamato Samurai, it's a bit tough. So this team is so hard to set up. The only way I would ever run non-Rama's Might would be if I was running Bjorn or Ivar with Violent Duel and then Long Glacier on Olaf. That is the only way I would set this team up if I wasn't using Rama's Might on Olaf. This team is so hard to pull off. In reality, I should have recommended just using Kangaskhan Khan and Subutai. He already had Amplified Impact, and he already had pretty much anything else. He could have used a lot of things to stay alive with Khan and Subutai is a little bit too overpowered to give up on right now. And that could have led into him using V, and while he didn't have Mugli, he could have at least used V whenever he got up to that ranking as well. And whenever he hit Town Hall, what is it, 5? I think it's 5 or 6. Whichever one gives 15, he could have then put in a 3 Cav, which would have been Al Camille, as y'all saw me talk about. So that's the way I would have recommended him doing this team. If he had every ability in the game, obviously that's not really anyone in particular. That's the only way I really would have seen this team work now, looking back on it and trying to do a little bit more digging on it. It's just this team takes a little bit too much versus just putting amplified impact on Subutai and just running it down, right? So that's kind of my thoughts on it after I look back on it and things like that. So back to the video. And do Fearful Enemy on him.
Fearful Enemy on him, really?
Yeah, Fearful Enemy on Ivar. Yep, I would do Fearful Enemy on Ivar. And maybe later on take it off, yes. But for right now, yeah, I would 100% put that on Ivar.
Insufficient leadership.
Well, what you need to do is immediately tech up. Go over to your town hall and tech up. Go to Tech Hall 11. Or Tech Hall 2. And then you get 11 points. Do you get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I made the mistake of using... I'm actually exhausted.
Already?
I'm rank 2. After this, I'll be rank 1. As soon as World Chat starts, everything just turns into an animal in the new season.
Yeah, pretty much. I need to break down my dudes.
Yeah, I'm running through these tiles right now. Ivar, Olaf, did you get it?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
The PK Season Legend is actually still a really good pack. I mean, it's got...
Oh, yeah.
Augustus, I need Squad Quasher, so I don't even have Augustus. I need Augustus. Tokugawa, Sunbin, Idan, Toyotomi, Edward, Charles, Arminius. I mean, this pack is still really good. The problem is there's still a bunch of crappy cards in it, too. I think I need Hepetspet as well. Yeah, I still need Hepetspet or whatever her name is.
Rank 1. Get on my level. Gosh, I'm so bad about remembering to do this. Make sure you don't go for an empty territory like I did. I wasted 5 stamina like an idiot.
What do you mean empty territory?
The one that literally doesn't have level 1 or anything next to it. It's not even a level 1 territory.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I goofed up and went for that. So I wasted 5 stamina like a noob. So please don't do what I did. Kid you not, when I say this, I'm almost about to start taking 5s.
Hurricane warning.
You just got it?
I was not prepared in terms of what's it called? XP gaining. And I think a large part of that was because of the coins that we had that were very limited towards the end of the season. Yeah. Being a pillager.
I know. I didn't even get all the way through. I was pretty upset by the silver production of that.
So you go Fearful Enemy, and what else on Olaf?
Do Rama's Might to start.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Do Rama's Might, high activation rate, max Rama's Might out. Make sure, I don't know how much skill experience you'll have, but max out Rama's Might before Moxie.
Won't have any. I won't be able to max anything out.
Make sure you go to your season shop and buy as much skill XP as you can.
Oh, I forgot you could do that. Yeah,
you should be able to get enough for like 15k. I think you get a good deal out of the season shop. So, yeah, I don't have near as much as I did last season. That's for sure.
I don't know if it was just because we anticipated it so strong
No, I mean,
or
you
what.
just had that much silver. You just had that much silver compared to everything else.
Right, yeah. Now, doesn't Rama's Might not necessarily work with Olaf because it doesn't allow him to proc his main because you're not procking an active? Or is Rama's Might an active?
Rama's Might's an active. That's the reason why I said to start it.
I thought it was a passive. Gotcha.
What I might have you do is start... Well, no. By level 20, you'll be doing your full setup. I was going to say, you could start Rama's Might Cavalry Charge on him, but... Yeah, for right now, you need that combo going off more than anything.
Yeah.
Once you hit 20... You know, it's a lot like... You remember how in IC, you would start Mortal Combo?
Yes.
It's the exact same way as my thought process of that team.
Gotcha. Who would you run as my second? Do you think it would be worth it just to start my spears?
Oh, yeah, go all the way in. Yeah, I mean, I would go into your Ragnar team, because you have Ragnar, right?
Yeah, but I've just opened up logistics too, so that's why I was wondering.
Yeah, I would straight up go.
You said Aki and Sunwoo you would start with. Since, I can't yet. I need, what, one more? Can't yet. So that'll give me 12. I'll work on it here in a minute. Would you still put Trick and Confuse on Sunwoo this early? I feel like it's not really useful until later game.
Well, your Ivar has your
Fearful, right? I was gonna. Yeah. Well, I guess you would actually use that technically as his second ability, and then Fear for the other one is his last. I wonder if I could take this level 3. What level did you start taking level 3s at? I mean, I'm 5 now.
Yeah. Yep.
You think so? No, I'm not max on skill experience like you maybe were, but...
Nah, that's... You'll get it. You'll get it. So, Rama's Might, Fearful Enemy, you got it.
Dude, I think this season's going to be way more interesting than the last.
Oh, yeah. This season's about to go nuts.
He's taking some losses, though, man.
I know. You will with that team. It is. It'll take some losses. It's going to take a second for that team to get rolling. It will. It'll take a second for that team to get rolling. It's not going to be as good as the Subitai start, but it's pretty solid. Just stick with it. Well, guys, that's pretty much the start right there. We gotta kill some time, pretty much, and a few minor mistakes I did. You know, if you're wanting to be crystal, as perfect as you can get, I goofed up a little bit on those resources there with drafting a little bit too much in the early game. But it's okay though because we're still, we are still, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so tongue-tied this early in the morning. But, we still have to gain stamina back anyway. So, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. As y'all saw, I was kind of moving things around, talking to Z, and, yeah, so definitely make sure you're sweeping as much as you can. As you saw, definitely use Khan. We definitely went over him using Ivar over Bjorn in the early game. And even still, he could probably run Ivar and Bjorn. We'll see. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I'll see you here in part 2. Alright, stick around.